Luis Figo won 127 caps for Portugal, a record at the time, but later broken by Cristiano Ronaldo. The 45-year-old helped the team qualify for the 2002 FIFA World Cup and went on to captain the side during the 2006 edition in Germany, leading the team to the semi-finals, their best performance at the tournament since 1966.
Not many people know what it's like to be at a World Cup. Even fewer know what it's like to captain a team. Obviously you did that, and what is it like when you're away from the pitch as a captain at a tournament like that?
Well, I think a captain is a reference and example for the teammates. You defend your interests of the team. You try to do your best and to guide your teammates. So you don't need to have motivation to play one World Cup or one Euro in a big competition, but of course some moments of the day of the competition you need some push, and I think it's what is important.
Figo's group of players was regarded as the country's golden generation, but they have no trophies to show for their efforts. The ex-Real Madrid and Barcelona midfielder guided a Seleção to the final of the European Championships in 2004 when they were hosts. That achievement was bettered 2 years ago by Cristiano Ronaldo and co, who won the tournament.
Portugal enters European champions, so there is an expectation on one hand, but the other is that they weren't, the early parts of Euro 2016, they weren't convincing in the early stages, so they're probably surprised, and like many people were, that they came away with the championship. With that in mind, what do you think are realistic expectations for Portugal?
Well, I think since the beginning, when you qualify, you have the highest expectations and hopes regarding the competition. Of course, it's totally different a World Cup than a Euro, because you compete with different cultures and styles of football. You have one more round until you achieve the final. But I think after the win of Portugal last Euro, I think Portugal want to continue this level and do the best they can in the World Cup. We have a difficult group, that group, I think, one of the most difficult, and you have to go step by step.
I think about the team that you played in, that Portugal team, full of characters, full of talent, Vitor Bayon, Nuno Gomes, yourself, just to name a few. But you were dubbed the golden generation, but ultimately didn't have anything to show for it. But do you still think that your team was more talented than this one that is Euro 2016 champions?
Well, I think you never can compare generations and players, because we are human beings and we are different. So it's impossible to compare either if you want, because there's so many aspects of the game. And I think we didn't have the luck, or I don't know the word, to achieve a title, important title, but I think we made a fantastic career in terms of national team since we started all together. And we put, I think, Portugal in terms of prestige and respect in some important parts of the football, no? So probably the football sometimes take you, and another moments they give you, no? And I think we had the chance to win, we couldn't, and in the end was this new generation that had that important victory. But I think it's very difficult to compare players and styles and generations, no?
In 2015, Figo announced his intention to run against the incumbent Sepp Blatter to be FIFA president, wanting to overturn the organisation's image of widespread corruption.
This is the first World Cup since the FIFA corruption scandal and everything that was going on around 3 years ago, with that since the election, of course, as well. Putting all that to one side, are you happy with how FIFA is reforming, has reformed itself?
I think some reforms were made, but you always have to to continue to improve, because you can't mix politicians from sports, I think. So you have to focus on do our best in pro of football, of the competition, of the teams, of the players, and of the fans. When you mix politician and that kind of interest, you are forgetting the rest. So I don't know how it thinks now, because I'm totally out of the organization. But I trust that people, they are in the command of FIFA, try to do their best. I hope so.
And finally, who's going to win?
Well, it's difficult. But my favorites, I think, is always the teams that are used to achieve the hand part of the competition, and have the historical experience of World Cups like Brazil, Spain, German, and after that I hope Portugal can do and be in the final.